Good evening, everyone. It's Melissa with Meraki Healing Arts, and I'm going to do a couple of late night love reads. Had a busy day today, so wasn't sure if I was going to come on, but I haven't posted much in the last few days, so it's time. It's time. It's time. Being busy is no excuse, I guess, so have to make the time. So I'm trying to use the Lover's Oracle. These ones are a little weird to shuffle because they're not a square card, they're little heart-shaped cards. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Oh, this one's jumping out, jumping out, jumping out. All right. The first card, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. If it feels safe and it feels right and your heart is leading you to it, it's time to take a big, brave step. Next card says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. You know, sometimes we hold ourselves back because we think we don't know if we're completely ready, or maybe our finances aren't where we want them to be, or our career isn't where we want it to be. Have I healed enough from the last big mess that I went through? And this is really just a card all about trust. Close your eyes and tell yourself you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So just remember that. Things don't have to be perfect to allow love in. The next card is playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. Laughter definitely goes a long way towards building connection. Wow. The next card is twin flames, your passion ignites. A lot of us don't believe in that nonsense twin flame that is actually just sounds like a karmic relationship where you're running and, you know, you're running, they're running, and, you know, this and that. But sometimes you have a soulmate who, you might be a catalyst for each other that ignites some growth in each other and encourages the best out of each other, helps you see a different perspective. Helps you see what you've been holding on to from the past that it's time to release. So if that's the kind of connection you have, this card would point to you both being in alignment. Next card out is healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Ooh. Yeah, we really can't. Okay, I was gonna show the backs of these cards. You know, it's like, yeah, show the backs of the cards. Let's just say he's given her a very lovely massage. That's all we gonna show about that. Can't show everything on that one. Yeah, so healing touch, healing conversation. Marvin Gaye kind of thing going on there. All right. So that is our first spread from the Lover's Oracle. Let's look at what the hidden truth has to say. Give us the message we need to hear for the greatest and highest good of the collective. Figured it was a great time to do a late night love read since it's the 11/11 the end of the 11/11. This will post just after, but it was filmed on 11/11. So y'all are getting me in my jammies. Sleeping in my shirt I wore today, but I'm hiding my jammy pants under the table here because I was out running around all day and I just wanted to be warm and cozy. I had a good day though. I was out and enjoying burning off a vacation day with my neighbor Olivia. So all right, we have anything? We have no hidden truth to show. Oh, I hate these long shuffles. Okay, here we go. I feel you, even though we're apart. Maybe y'all can feel each other's energy. At least one of you can. Strong energetic tie. And I hope that you can forgive me one day. What do y'all have to forgive? It's going to be different for everybody, but your ability to forgive can depend on a lot of things. What they did, if they're truly forthcoming with what they did, why they did it, if there's a true and honest apology and change. You know, sometimes people react out of fear. They don't want to be vulnerable because of something else they've been through in their life before. So we have a hard time opening up, especially once we get a little seasoned in life. Seasoned. I've been jarred. Yeah, sometimes it can feel that way sometimes. But gotta let it go. Let the past hurts go. You cannot receive anything new if you're holding on to the past. So if it's past hurts or missing someone from your past, that energy is still in your field and can be a blockage to you actually manifesting something in that's better, healthier, new love kind of thing. So remember that. Oh, we got a couple flippers. What do we have? Ooh, finding out the truth crushed me. What was the truth? I look for you everywhere. And I want to feel that way again. Finding out the truth, what? That you were ready to move on. One of you was, maybe both. But they're holding on to your energy, holding on to the thought of a future together. Wondering if things can be different is what it sounds like. Yeah. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. And told you, they're thinking we will be together again. So, second spread, y'all got somebody who's sorry. They want to come back. They're looking for you. And in their heart, they believe that you will be together again. That is up to y'all. That's up to y'all. I'm hearing somebody, no takesy backsies. No takesy backsies. Well, some of y'all have good reason to say that. Other people, you know, maybe y'all just weren't ready. So It's a general read, y'all. It's going to be different for everybody. All right. Now move on to Dark Confessions. I love the Confessions card. I have two different, so I have Confession Messages and Dark Confessions. Heart's Hidden Secrets. Got a whole bunch of confession cards here. Some of those get pretty messy. So remember, if it doesn't sound like your story, let it be. Not every read out there is yours. Don't try to make it fit if it just doesn't feel like it's yours. Maybe it's someone else's. Someone in your energy. Someone you know. A past story. Maybe it's just not yours at all. It's meant for someone else. Spirit. Whoa. Oh, I got a bunch. Whew. I knew I was losing you, but I didn't do anything to fight for you. I have things going on in my life that require my full attention. Oh, I've lost all control of my life. I keep messing up. Oh, that's sad. That is sad. I don't know, someone's going through it, and they just were not in a place right now to be able to be in a connection the way that they should have been in the connection. So, I don't know. Try that. In this situation, sounds like try not to be so hard on them and have a compassionate heart. Send them some loving vibes and energy for whatever they're going through, whatever they feel like they keep messing up. It doesn't sound or feel like a ill intent, just bad timing and a lot of junk going on. So sometimes it be that way. What do I always say? My encouragement, my word of encouragement. The ride on the struggle bus might be bumpy, but that bleep gotta pull over sometime and let you off. It ain't always going to be your turn to ride it. Just a sassy way of saying better days are coming. It won't be this way forever. What else we got? Oof. I feel alone and in the dark. Where is my light? Wow. So whoever this is, they feel like you were a light in their dark times, and they don't like it when they don't feel connected to you. Where are you? Where's your energy? Where are you at? Are you really gone for good? Are you really ending things for good? They don't want to be without your light. That's wild, y'all. That's wild. Kind of sweet. Kind of sweet. Anything else from our dark confessions? I feel like that's all from this deck. Nope. One more. I am distracting myself to avoid thinking of you. Well, sometimes that's all we can do is distract ourselves with work or hobbies or, mindless entertainment, whatever. Distract yourself to keep from thinking, overthinking, overanalyzing what went wrong in your situation. I mean, sometimes we need to give it a bunch of thought and just be like, what was my part? What was their part? Do I want this back? How would I change things if I got it back? But yeah, sometimes that mindless distraction doesn't help things move forward. It just stagnates. So those are the dark confessions. All right, what else, y'all? Now we're going to use just the confession messages. That's the difference in the two. Dark confessions and confession messages. These ones are a little funky. Sometimes the wording is like messed up and it doesn't, it's like, it almost sounds like someone who was a ESL, English as a Second Language, person wrote the cards. Sounds like the English or English translation is not quite right, but all right, what we got, Spirit. Protected. I will always protect you, my love, even, you see, even we are together, even when we are together or not at this time. My higher self is always with you. I will always protect you and the love we share. I will keep boundaries around my heart that only you can cross. The wording, that the only you can cross that. Okay, yeah. Here's what, protected. I will always protect you, my love, even we are together or not at this time. Even if we are together or not at this time. My higher self is always with you. I will always protect you and the love we share. I will keep boundaries around my heart that the only you can cross that. See what I mean? The wording on these is funky. You knew what he meant. She meant, I'll keep boundaries around my heart and you will be the only one that can cross them. So, meaning they're not going to let anybody else into their heart space. So there's no third party mess. That's a good confession to have. I like that. We don't like no third party junk. Nobody needs that. I mean, okay. Let me be non-judgmental here. Some people are into poly relationships and that's all open and consensual, and that's a different thing. I'm assuming that y'all are a monogamous partnership or wanting to be. That's my assumption. So whatever it is, y'all have a special bond and they're not letting anyone else into that sacred space in their heart that they hold for you. So that's a good thing. I miss you almost popped out in Daydream, but they didn't fly out, so we're not going to take those. Let's see what else comes out. Spirit. These are the confessions. Aww. It says, I love you. My love for you is infinite. We are bonded in eternal love that is beyond the space and time. Close your eyes and reach into this infinity. Know that it is real. I really want to reach out to you and tell you how I feel. The love I have for you in my heart, nothing can compare. Can nothing compare with anything? The love I have for you in my heart cannot compare to anything. Remember always, my love, that I love you. All right, what else, Spirit? You know, I like the reads that are positive. Who doesn't like a positive read? No toxicity, no junk. Just healthy love and partnership. And I wish that for everyone who wants it. I want everyone to have their lobster or their otter. Y'all know, everyone talks about, you're my lobster. Y'all know how freaking cute otters are. I want my otter. Otters literally hold hands with each other when they're sleeping so they don't drift away from each other. I know, a little codependent. But it's so cute that they would protect each other even when they're sleeping. Even when they're sleeping, they're like, I want to make sure you're safe with me. That's all that is. I want to make sure you're safe. I like that. I want to make sure you're safe. I would protect you from drifting away. Drifting away on the little river of life. They're so freaking playful too. I love otters. There's a alpaca farm near me, and they have what all do they have? They have capybara, porcupines, goats, llamas, alpacas, armadillo, and they have otters. And several of the animals there, you can like pay, well, you could pay like $12 to do a self walkthrough and see the animals. And then for certain ones, you can pay a little special fee, and you can go into the habitat with the animal and have an up close encounter. So I am hoping, I really want to do that with the otters so bad. I just don't know if they're still going to be open. It's pretty cold here already right now. So yeah, I don't know. I had another card fall out while I was talking about the otters. I was totally distracted from the livery talking about the otters, but squirrel. The next card out. Oof, hot and spicy, spicy, spicy. Love. I want to make love to you, which you have never, the kind which you have never experienced before. I want intimacy in every way possible with you. I just want us to know each other like no one else before us has ever known. Your touch, your voice really heals me. Spicy, spicy. They want to show you the kind of love making you've never had before. Now, it didn't say, you know. All right, we won't go into particulars. We'll just leave that as it is. We will not go into particulars. Anything else from the confessions? Anything else? Is that all from this deck, Spirit? Nope. Oh, nice. New beginnings. I am ready to start again. I've realized what I was missing in my life, and that is you. This new love has given me a fresh perspective and changed who I am. There is no going back, only forward. When I met you, after that, I never looked back. I want to have a fresh start with you. So, it is Mercury retrograde, so someone is wanting to come back and do things different. And that is a beautiful, non-toxic read. They want to protect you. They feel like their love for you is infinite. They want to make love to you. Your voice and touch heals them, and they want a new beginning. So, beautiful little read. Beautiful little read. I love love. I'll tell you. May not have ever had a really great love relationship, but I still believe in it. I know there's healthy love out there. I still believe in it. Hard to believe, but I do. All right. I really want to use the sexual magic decks, and I think I will. I just have to be really careful and cover up. Right now, I'm going to use the Heart's Hidden Secrets. This one is kind of like a confessions, but it also can sometimes have hidden, you know, blockages. So we'll look at that, and then we'll get a little spicy with the Sexual Magic Tarot. So what are the heart's hidden messages? General collective love read for whoever needs to hear it. Whoever is led to the read. Ooh. Ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, and a good time. Well, maybe that's what they were doing, that they, if this is still the person from the last read, maybe they were chasing thrills and excitement and a good time and not putting in the time to the partnership. Heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. The other card said they messed up. They were always messing things up. Mistakes. Misunderstood, victim. Maybe they had a victim mindset and felt like a lost soul at the time that you first connected. What else, Spirit? Yeah. So these were some of the things that made it not work before. But they're having a lot of fantasies about you. Daydreaming, imagining, and fantasizing. I don't feel like this is sexual. I feel like this is fantasizing about what life would be like to actually be in a partnership with you. The things that they could see that could be positive, that could come out of that. So they're putting some thought and fantasy into that, imagining if it really were possible, what that would be like. What else do we have? That was in reverse, so that's good. Shallow, hollow, empty, boredom. Maybe this is the energy they're coming out of. Look at all that darkness. All that darkness. When I saw this card, I didn't feel like it was, oh, they're a shallow person. They were in the shallows. They were in in the shallows, far from the shallows now. Is that Lady Gaga and what was his name? That was from the remake movie that she did, A Star is Born. Bradley Cooper. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Yeah. Wow. So that brings to mind, maybe they were, maybe one of the parties was fighting through some toxic behaviors, ideals, or addictions that had a hold of them. Doesn't have to be, but wow. Definitely the blockages that this read is talking about: bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration. So, you know, maybe they were not completely honest. Maybe they were bluffing with being okay or wanting to move on, calling your bluff, do you really care kind of thing, or just pretending and masking and not really being vulnerable and showing their true self. Conflict, clashing, differences, and incompatibility. So at one point y'all were clashing, couldn't see past your differences, and elusive. This is not a good card. Dishonesty, deception, and trickery. Being elusive. Someone being elusive and leaving things foggy creates an air of dishonesty, deception, and trickery, even if they're not being that way. When someone is elusive and keeping you locked out of really knowing them, that's how it comes off. So you'll know your story. You'll know if your person was really being dishonest. You'll feel it in your gut, or you'll catch them. People can't hide stuff forever. So, why are some of these, I don't know, some of these are, I'm going to have to straighten that deck out. A couple of them are backwards in there. I don't like that. I like them all to start out going the same way. Anything else from this deck, Spirit? Any other blockages that we need to be aware of? Any other blockages? We have how thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. So yeah, that can be a blockage if all you're doing is thinking and missing each other and craving each other and desiring each other, but nobody's saying nothing. Closed mouths don't get fed. So y'all can't just sit and just think and think and think. Someone has to get through the thinking process and the analysis paralysis and take an action, because when you don't, not choosing is a choice. Aww. Beauty, charming, graceful, and kind-hearted. Well, that's sweet. That's not a blockage. The butterfly on that always to me symbolizes transformation, so maybe they're seeing that now and they didn't fully see it before. Maybe they're seeing a beauty in your relationship or in you that they didn't fully see or acknowledge. So they have a new awareness, is what I'm feeling from that card. Can hear some of my Taurus friends now saying, what you mean? What you talking about? You should have always known I was the ish. You should have always known I was beautiful and charming. What, you blind? Smack talking Tauruses and Geminis and Sages. Y'all, I can just hear some of the people that I know are going to watch this right now. Conflicted decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. Yeah, we don't do multiple choices. We are not a buffet. So that's a blockage if that crap is or was in the picture. We don't play that. Emotional storm, turmoils, unstable, unaffected. I feel like this goes along with that first card of their life was in an unstable place. So they had a lot of turmoil going on. They felt very unstable and it affected them. That's like strongly feel that. So, oof, those flew out. Mirroring, shared feelings, reflection. Funny because that other read was talking about twin flames. So maybe you're mirroring each other. Maybe you both had some core wounds that were the same, reactions that were the same, fears that made you hold back, fears that made you doubt, fears that made you not trust. And you're releasing, moving on, and walking away from the crap that was the blockage. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. If that's your story and you're able to move on from the past and your person didn't do you dirty, because we don't take back no dirty dogs. That's a big no. If they were a dirty dog to you. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna get a little heated. I'm gonna use the. Oh, those are so little. I don't know if I can handle the print on those. I might have to not use these. Let's see. The other deck is different. It's bigger. Okay, I can use those because I can read them. I can't use the other ones. Whew. All right, y'all. So we are going to use the Sexual Magic. These are from Laura Twan and Maro DeLuca. So, yeah, We're not really showing anything there. A little booty crack, so I'm going to cover that with my fingers. They're sipping some wine in the bed, and she got her scrunchie in her hair. We all know she's about business if she got that scrunchie in her hair, y'all. She didn't want that hair getting in the way of the foreplay. You know. She's like, let me put this hair up. Let me get this out the way. At first when I looked at it, I was like, is that his hand on her hair? No. She's like, she's sitting there all coy. She got her scrunchie on. She knows what time it is. All right. So what's the sexual energy of this person? What is the sexual energy between your person and you? Well, not real sexual. The first card is empathy, and that's a sideways card. So you both have empathy and feelings of compassion for each other. He's sitting there at the dinner table, and he's watching her, and she's in there making the meal, and she looks... Oh, she's enjoying tasting the fruit. She's tasting that strawberry like, this is such a beautiful, pleasurable experience. And he's watching. So, a little bit of hidden stuff there beyond the empathy on the card. Your person is watching and enjoying some of the little small things you do that you are not aware that they even notice. That's what I get from that card. More than the empathy word, a little teeny word on the bottom. The visual there tells me so much more. What else do we have? What else do we have, Spirit? Anything else for the sexual energy? Is that it? Just empathy? All that love profession in that first read sounded like it was more than just empathy. All right, there we go. We got 3 flying out. Well, we got to cover that up. Dreams. She's laying in the bed, fantasizing, dreaming. Her sheets looking like a pool of emotion, and looks like she's taking care of business. She's doing a little bit more than dreaming, y'all. And the next card out is desire. Let me cover that up. Yeah, he just wants to love and kiss all over ya. Desire. Oh, good Lord. Oh, yeah, that's wild. Okay. So, I gotta cover this up a little bit. Can I show her? All right, let me figure out how I can show this. So, y'all, she's got 3 choices. The card is Triumph. So there's this skinny little scrawny dude in the back, and then this fat old chunky bro, and then apparently that's her pick of the litter there. She's got an apple holding it right up over his manly bits, like you're the one that I pick, like picking the apple from the tree. So the triumph is that out of all the people in the world, she chooses you. So you feel like that's a triumph. Anything else, Spirit? What's her energy? Assuming this is, you know, it does not have to be just a heterosexual couple. And, you know, we all have yin and yang, male and female characteristics. I think about it, and it's like I've been more, I really struggle with feminine receiving energy sometimes, really a lot. I've been more the boss and the leader in relationships, so I need to learn how to not take so much control and try to be in charge. But I mean, I've had weak partners, so I had to take care of me. I had to lead in life. So, but my God, please tell me I've broken that cycle. Anything else, Spirit? And I don't want someone who's just bossing the hell out of me. Don't take that the wrong way. But I do like somebody who is a strong leader and a strong partner. Oh, this is sweet. Now in this one, he does have his hand on her head, gently, like holding the back of her head. And it looks like an intimate conversation, so discovery. Her feelings is she wants that. She wants the physical closeness, but she wants some vulnerability and closeness in that eye-to-eye contact and conversation between y'all. So that's what she's wanting. Doesn't mean she doesn't want to get jiggy and get freaky, but that's really what she wants, is getting to know you deeper. So she's a sapiosexual. Your mind will attract her more than just your body or your wallet. What else, Spirit? Oh my God, we got an explosion. We cannot take that many. I'm just going to take the ones that flipped, and I'm going to leave those be. All right. What is this? Okay. Well, there's nothing really dirty in this picture, but awareness. What's interesting is it's like she's center stage. She's looking pretty hot there. And he is all... What is he doing? Is that a camera? I'm so confused. I guess, yeah. It's got a camera. I'm confused by all these really Masonic looking things on his garb there. That's a little off-putting. He might be Mr. Uptight, have a lot of, maybe he had a real strong, religious upbringing. He, she, and he sees you as pretty spicy and, glamorous though. But he likes watching you. So much so that he'd want to take a picture. And the next card out is nostalgia. So if you've been intimate, he liked that intimate one-on-one closeness conversation, sitting down and talking with you. They're sipping the wine again. So if y'all never sipped the wine, but you did sit down and share a meal and a conversation or whatever, one of y'all is missing that kind of intimate conversation and getting to know each other. So that was our quick little late night love read. Oh, we didn't really have anything toxic come out. That was beautiful. And some of those cards, those confessions and dark confessions and hidden truth, they all have positive and negative cards with toxic stuff that could have come out. So yay, whoever you are, if this resonates for you, I'm happy for you that you had a positive love read with no toxicity in there. Well, they said they made some mistakes and that they were a little lost for a while, and but it didn't sound like anything horrible. So and we would never advocate you getting back together with someone who was toxic and treated you horrible and didn't respect you. I would never advocate that. I would ask you, who are they? Do you need help? Do you need help? You know what I mean. Do I need to help you? BTA? Take a BTA to them? Because we could do that. Yeah. I think that's it, y'all. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm going to do for the love reads tonight. I'll hit you up with something else maybe in the morning if I wake up early enough before I got to go to my day job. So, all right, that was your late night love read for the 11/11 portal. I'm going to post this up on YouTube. May or may not put it on TikTok. Probably won't because of the sexual magic cards, but I can on YouTube as long as I keep them covered. Keep them covered with my trigger finger. So, all right, y'all. Have a great night.